Paul,
Steve,
welcome to another episode of Film Fights with Friends.
what's going on? Welcome.
I'm welcoming you to our own show. Dude. No, but we do need to... I'm Steve Koepfer.
I am Paul Varacchi.
And we're taking you on this little journey today. And today's going to be fun. This episode was an idea of one of our producers, Matt.
Yes. And
we were telling stories, and he's like, you need to do an episode on that.
Of where we just tell stories.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do.
But you and I, Paul, we do need to welcome ourselves to the show. You know why?
No.
Because we have new custom Paul and Steve pops.
We do.
Look at that. If you guys are on
my buddy
YouTube,
Mark Twin made these for me. And he literally, when this guy makes custom pops, I don't know if you've ever seen like Pimp My Ride back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? When they paint the cars, this guy, when he paints a pop, it's like a car.
Yeah.
So he goes into a shop. It's like there's tape everywhere, the fucking airbrush. Like, yeah, this is no joke.
Yo, if you guys want to see some really cool close-up pics of our pops, go to our social media, Instagram.
He's got all the details on all my patches on my jacket. Like
he's got my Star Trek, my Klingon baseball hat. He's got the Wu-Tang on the back. And this guy does such incredible work. So we have our season 2 custom Paul and Steve pops. I'll hold mine up to the camera and you talk, Paul, so we don't have dead silence while I'm stepping away from the mic.
So basically we had our other pops, one I had made for Steve for birthday or Christmas or whatever, that I had someone make. And I just really wanted some custom ones for the show. So during the off season, I secretly had these made. And
the box, go to our Instagram and look at the box, because we have our own Film Fights with Friends box. And isn't this the first pair box that he did?
Yes. So he normally does lots of singles, but this is the first double custom.
Yeah.
First 2-pack he's done. So yeah, definitely
2-pack.
Freaking cool. 2-pack.
Yeah. Yo, dude. So that was great. It was a great surprise that you made. And so we do have to welcome ourselves to the show. Season 2. Hi guys. Before we get into this episode is going to be like notorious shit show stories or just crazy stories, kind of weird in the business, crazy things that can happen.
Just stuff that's happened to us.
Yeah.
As we've made our way through this.
Yeah. We got 3 very specific stories we're going to share. Before we do that, we need to thank everybody who engages us on social media and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Patreon fans. But dude, so the listeners know we batch all these episodes ahead of time. So as we're recording this episode, which is episode 7,
yes,
the Riley Stearns episode just aired yesterday for the first time. And the whole time, all week, pumping up this show, leading up to the Riley Stearns Art of Self-Defense episode, we've had so much fucking engagement from you guys on Instagram. You're all fucking killers. It's amazing. And I will say that Riley Stearns is also...
He's pushing it.
Amazing, because he's out there pushing the episode.
He's out there pushing it, which is really, really great to see.
Dude, and so like in the past, we've read comments from our commenters, but the fact that we're having so much engagement now, we're just going to kind of shout out the folks who gave us more than just an emoji. You know what I mean? We got a lot of fire emojis and shit, but some people actually took the time to make some real comments. Oh, and here's one that's really fucking awesome, is Steve Tirada, the stunt performer who was in Art of Self-Defense, who's in the fight scene that we
talked
covered.
about.
Yes.
With the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He commented on our Instagram that he had never seen that rehearsal footage. All the B-roll that we had put in the episode, he had never seen it before. So he's like, I never saw that. He's like, this is awesome.
That's great.
So the actual guy that we were talking about on the show, we actually gave him something that he had never seen before. How cool is that?
That's great.
I fucking love that. Steve Tirada, you were awesome in that fight scene, by the way.
One of the best things that I love is like when you're go to conventions and you do stuff and you talk to people.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes you do meet someone that you're a fan of and you have a little bit of knowledge or a little something on you that they've never had or never seen before. And their true genuine face of like, whoa, I've never, it's it's pretty amazing to see, and like knowing that we were able to do that was pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So Steve, we love you. Thanks for commenting on there.
Yeah.
And sharing it too. He shared all the stories and everything. And
oh, that's awesome.
Mindy
Thanks so
Kelly,
much,
Mindy Kelly, the stunt coordinator, she's been sharing stuff, and it's been great. I forgot to silence my phone, which I will do in a minute. But and we just want to give a shout out to Keith Vargo, who is a writer and martial artist, and he is in Japan. He lives in Japan.
Okay.
And he commented,
we're making the rounds.
Oh yeah, I know Keith. I actually coached him at the World Combat Wrestling Championships in Japan.
Oh, cool.
But was a long time writer for Black Belt. He's published books. He's fought himself, and he commented on the little bit that we shared from the Riley Stearns episode about the differences between actually fighting and grappling.
Yes.
Yeah, he appreciated that one. So thank you, Keith. And then just here's a bunch of other people who commented. Mr. Hilburn, Mike Clerk Music, Dominique Hill, 96. I love this fucking screen name coming up. Death Crab for Cutie.
I love it, dude. And
dude,
I love Death Crab for Cutie.
Yeah, Death Crab for Cutie. That was you get a shout out just for the cool Instagram handle.
Death Crab's a fucking good band, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
I hope I'm saying this right. Alush 909, Nick Farco, and
bless you.
Koepfer. By the way, happy birthday, Koepfer. This is like 7 episodes later, but she mentioned on Instagram that the Riley Stearns episode was dropping on her birthday.
Ah, happy birthday.
I think it's a her, if I remember right. So happy birthday. Thanks for commenting on the stuff, and we love the engagement, guys. Not only because we like the recognition, right, but it keeps that magical formula in the algorithms.
It gives us
keeps stuff on people's.
It gives
cues.
us a reason to keep on keeping on.
Yeah, man. So Instagram, folks, you're awesome. If you don't follow us on Instagram out there, please do. Right?
Yeah.
We love the comments. As you see, we'll shout you out if you comment on YouTube, and if you give us a review. We really could use the reviews on Apple, Amazon, IMDb. Give us a review. You can't really review us on Spotify, but you can comment on Spotify. So,
well, you can give us thumbs ups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll
can
take all those
and,
anywhere you get.
But Apple,
and
Apple and Amazon, you can specifically review us, and so we would love it if you did, and we will read your reviews, even if you say that we suck.
Very true. And we are located in New York, so if you're a production and you're swinging through the city and you need a place to train your actors, you need a place to rent mats from.
Yeah.
We do all that stuff.
we don't rent mats too much.
Depends
who's asking.
You got to be special.
Because we only have a few and we use them.
Yes.
But
true.
we do rent our space if you want to come here and use the mats and train here, train your actors, audition folks here. You know, we're here right in Midtown. So hit us up. Any catch up before we get into talking about our shit show experiences?
Any catch up. I mean, I feel like all the catch up I have is like future stuff. I have stuff coming down the road. I got jobs in August. I got jobs in fucking January. Nothing right now.
Yeah. Oh, I have a little bit of cool news. I didn't even tell you this. You're learning it here first. So I get a call the other day. This is like, I thought it was spam. You know, like you get a phone call. I don't recognize the number. So I pick it up. Hello. And they're like, hey, is this Steven Koepfer? I'm like, yes, it is. And they were
You're like, fuck.
I know. No, but I'm glad I picked up because they're like, oh, we're calling from Disney 20th Century Fox and we owe you money.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, really?
You're goddamn right. You owe me fucking money.
I was like, okay, I'm not complaining, but what do you owe me money for? And it was for the reuse claim that I filed like over a year ago on Feud, where I doubled Tom Hollander playing Truman Capote. And so for those listening that aren't aware, when you take a job, there's all different kinds of contracts. You can get like contracts for multiple episodes, for single episodes, for a day, for a week, like all different levels of contracts, right? But if they reuse your footage in a future episode,
or like a trailer, right?
No, not a trailer.
Not a trailer.
Not a trailer. Trailers
like a recap.
Recap.
Okay.
Or dream sequence or flashback or anything like that.
Okay.
And so if they reuse your footage in a future episode that you're not otherwise in, you know what I mean?
Yes, understood.
Then they owe you a day's pay for that.
Nice.
So I got a call because they reused my stunt driving footage from episode 1 of Feud.
The one when you were driving through the valley or whatever?
Yeah, driving is the
windy road?
It wasn't really stunt driving, even though it was a stunt.
You're just on the windy road, though, right?
Yeah, it was like driving for the drone.
It's a cool shot,
shots. Yeah, it was cool. They reused that footage in the season finale, and I didn't get paid for it. Filed a claim.
Of course you did.
And I am getting paid for it. So what's cool is the non-payment, the penalty for non-payment is another day's pay.
Cool.
Plus late fees and all that kind of stuff. So it should be a nice sizable check, which would be very helpful right now. Pay for this show a little bit.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's a little bit of cool news that happened this week. That's a non-shit show story. That's like a good story. You know what I mean?
All right. So should we get into the shit show?
Yeah. Let's get into it. I think, anything else we got to plug? We're good. Everybody, just like us, show us love, subscribe. Hey, at last count, I don't know what it'll be like when this episode airs.
Oh, did we reach our mark?
Well, what mark?
Weren't we trying to get to 1,000?
1,000 what?
Was it 1,000 or 200? No. I thought we were coming close to.
Yeah, we're at 195 subscribers.
200 subscribers
on YouTube. So we need 5 more motherfuckers.
5 more subscribers on YouTube.
By the time this airs, we will probably have that.
Hopefully.
If we don't, there's a real problem.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, so we're getting close.
It's like every time I get close to reaching like 5,000 friends on Facebook, every time I go back and look, I've lost friends for some reason.
But you know what? You know what's really cool? Like some people would say like, hey, that's not many subscribers, but the engagement level.
It's pretty good.
We have what might be considered by some a small number of subscribers, but they're very active and engaged. So it's a great audience.
Like they're real subscribers.
Like they're genuine, organic. We didn't pay for some.
Not like any of the things that I subscribe to. Not like any of the things that I subscribe to and don't watch, which is all of them.
Yeah, totally. So crazy, notorious stunt stories. I'm going to start us off.
Okay, you go first, buddy.
Yeah. No, this was one of those stories. So this was in 2017. And it was my third job as a union stunt performer. It was for Saturday Night Live, right? And so Brian Smythe was the stunt coordinator. Brian, I've worked for Brian a couple times, and he's got a rep that I think may or may not be deserved, but I've always enjoyed working with him. He's just a tough and gruff guy. Like people like, oh my God, yeah, Brian. But I found him to be awesome every time I work for him. So, so thank you again, Brian, for bringing me on to Saturday Night Live. That was great. So this was, and the extra cool part was it was literally shooting around the corner from my house.
Oh, that's great. I love it when that happens.
Yeah, man. So I got to roll out of bed, freshen up, walk around the corner for the job. So this was on one of their digital shorts. It wasn't, in studio. It was one of their fake TV commercials. And I was doubling Beck Bennett. Right? Okay. So the night, I booked the job, and I'm here at the night before teaching. And Brian calls me up, and he's like, "Hey, Steve, I'm going to be on a different unit tomorrow. You'll be on your own. You know what's going on. You got everything. He was basically checking that I know what's going on." And he was really funny. He's like, "If you fuck it up," he goes, "I'm going to call you. You better let me know when it's over, when you're done, because if you fuck it up, I want to know whether to give you an adjustment or not." Like that, right? So I'm like, I got this. Meanwhile, I'm pooping my pants because it's like my third job ever, and I'm about to self-coordinate. You know what I mean? So the gag was that A.D. Bryant was going to smash my head into a car window, like a driver's side car window. And it was with Melissa Villasenor. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's so fucking funny. So the gag, here's the commercial. And I've been holding off on saying, because it's one of the top 10 most notorious SNL skits, and it comes up in all these lists. And it was actually one of the few episodes that was pulled off of the offline after it aired. Like SNL, you can't find it anywhere except on my Vimeo, because thankfully I ripped it before they pulled it. So this was.
So why did they pull it?
I will explain.
Oh, you're about to tell us.
I'm
now.
about to explain.
Shut the fuck up.
So this is a commercial for Safelite. So for everybody who knows,
Safelite
repair, Safelite replace, right? So so for those who don't know what Safelite is like they'll come to your car, like if you have a broken windshield, wherever you are, and replace.
Like AAA for windows.
Yeah, AAA for car windows, basically. And so the skit was that Beck Bennett was playing the Safelite repair guy. Melissa Villasenor and Aidy Bryant were like a mom and daughter, and the daughter was on the high school basketball team. And basically it was about Beck Bennett stalking the daughter, like the adult stalking the daughter. So he shows up to the first time to replace their window, and he's like, "Hey, how'd the game go?" And he's talking, and he's like, so then they realize that after every baseball game, their windshield is cracked, and he has to come back again and again and again and fix it, and it gets really creepy. It gets really, really creepy, right, in a very stalkerish way. And Beck Bennett was so fucking funny in a creepy way. He was so awesome. So, but this was like at the very beginning of like sort of the hashtag Me Too. It was like a really bad timing movement for this skit, even though I think this skit is hysterical, and we're going to link it in the show notes so you guys can go watch it. But it's like they end up realizing that he's stalking the daughter, and then Aidy Bryant slams his head into the car door and he falls to the floor, and then they drive away. So that was like my job, right? So I show up on set, and I'm in makeup. I'm getting everything done. I'll put pictures. I had shaved my head bald, and then they colored my. I had an Ahab type goatee, like just the beard, not the mustache. And I'm on set, and now remember, this is my third ever job, and the director is like, or the first AD, I don't remember who was asking, but he was like, "Okay, where's Brian Smythe? We got to shoot the stunt." I'm like, all right, Brian's not here.
Brian's not here.
You got me. But it was great. We had a blast. There's so, I mean, it was like one of the most fun sets. What you would hope an SNL
set would be.
Yeah,
just
everybody laughing and just fucking having fun, whatever. And I was done, and we did the set and wrapped and went home. Went back home right around the corner. It was a great day.
That's all. And you walked home.
I walked home.
Oh,
yeah. No falling asleep at the wheel for this guy.
That's great.
Right. So, you think it's awesome. It's awesome. So it airs on Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, "Oh, that was so funny." Blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, the Safelite company goes apeshit. They go apeshit. Also, I think it's a Bible Belt company, if I'm not mistaken. Really? But they go apeshit because
fucking Mormons.
Well, they just basically, Beck Bennett's character looked like the actual guy in the real Safelite commercial. Like they made him look like the actual guy. So Safelite makes this big public statement opposing this. This is so terrible. And
so basically, Saturday Night Live hit the nail on the fucking head.
They nailed it. And Safelite, rather than saying like, "Ha ha, you guys are so fucking funny," but they couldn't laugh at themselves. They went after Saturday Night Live.
Right.
I, like a lot of people, I posted on my Instagram a picture of me and Beck Bennett, on SNL. Like, that's what he looked like. That's what I look, the double picture, whatever. So I go on Instagram one day, and I've got these notifications. The fucking wife of the real Safelite guy, of the real salesman, came on to my fucking Instagram and tore me a new asshole about how dare you slander this God-fearing good man, this stand-up man of the community, this, that, the other thing, and she starts shitting all over my fucking Instagram. Like how horrible I am. Like I'm a shit person for doing this. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? So, and then next thing you know, SNL pulled the skit from their YouTube.
That's too funny.
You cannot find it anywhere online, but it is today. To this date, it's my most viewed Vimeo video because I don't publicize my Vimeo. Right. That's just like.
But it's the only place people can see that.
It's my portfolios, and so that it's been linked in like all these articles, hilarious. Like the most notorious SNL skits and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have the dubious honor of having had a new asshole chewed out publicly on my Instagram by the fucking wife of the real Safe Flight guy.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. What a cool,
I would frame
crazy experience. So there's my, there's a shit show for you.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
A shit show experience.
I don't know.
It's not really a shit show, but it's just a bizarre.
It's a great story.
It's a bizarre experience.
I mean, God, I don't even know where to go from there. I mean, that's pretty good. I guess I'll go with my day on the Punisher.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say
like.
He's got a knife.
I'm like, a lot of shit happened this one day. There were so many incidents.
Yeah.
That I guess, yeah, you would say it was a shit show. I'm like, where the fuck do I start?
So this was the season 2
premiere, the bar fight,
Punisher.
Yes. And this was the whole bar fight scene when the guys were coming in there and they were trying to kidnap the girl, and then John got involved.
That was an amazing fight scene, by the way.
So this whole day was epic, by the way. It was an epic, by the way. It was not a shit show in any way of production aspect.
No.
Just in the things that happened on set were just ridiculously hilarious, including me hiding my fucking knee injury.
Right.
So
for the regular listeners, our last episode with Dr. Paul Heinzelman.
Yes.
Paul actually talks about this knee injury.
Yeah.
But now you have you're going to have a context.
Now you have context. This was part of that day. So before any of this happened, we go in and we're shooting the scene. I don't know if you've seen the episode, but there's a big bar fight and a guy pulls a fucking knife out and they go at it. And I'm like right there, and John grabs a glass out of my hand, smashes it over a fucking guy's face, and then everybody all kind of runs out of the bar.
You're just a boozy guy sitting at the bar.
I'm just a boozy guy.
By the way, I screenshotted your shit-eating grin at the bar with John taking your beer bottle.
You want to know what's really funny?
I'm sending it to Matt to put in the B-roll.
You got the actual aspect of when they were like, dude, you need to be a fucking knucklehead and look like you're enjoying it. And I was like, oh, man, I really look like I'm enjoying this.
Yes.
So they go in and they set up the scene. The fight breaks out. Guy breaks out a knife. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, when they have a scene with a lot of background involved, they will bring in stunt people to be closest to the action and kind of be a bit of a barrier to keep the inexperienced, I'll just say it, inexperienced BG away from all of the talent. From talent and the things that are going on that could go wrong.
And it could be to keep them away from the performer.
Yep.
It could be for example, I was on a scene in The Blacklist where the camera op had to go through a riot.
Yeah.
So all the rioters that were around the camera op were stunt guys.
Yes.
Like we're basically human shields for the people that we need to protect from background who sometimes get overly excited about their jobs.
So sometimes when you're in these scenes, you're not actually the stunt guy who's doing the stunt or the fight with the actor. You're the one who's
you're kind of protecting them,
kind of in the background. Yeah. And so I'm the head background guy, and they shoot the scene, and I'm like, okay, this is what it is. So the fight breaks out, and I act like a knife fight broke out, and I'm a normal human being, and I act scared. Now, a little bit of context: I had worked security for John on this show for the previous season.
John Bernthal for John.
Listening. Yes. Yeah. So the directors knew me. Everybody knew me. So after they shoot it, they come out and they're laughing hysterically. And I'm like, what? And they're like, Paul, you look scared shitless. And I was like, well, knife fight just fucking broke out. And they're like, no. They're like, we need you to kind of be enjoying it. And John just looks at me and he goes, Paul, he goes, just be a fucking knucklehead, man. He goes, just be yourself. And I was like, okay, I got this. So that was the picture that you got of me just being like, the whole fight's going on and I'm watching everything and reacting like it's a UFC fight.
Dude, you look like you're watching a UFC fight.
And I just saw someone get clocked.
Or like you look like you're watching the John Jones fight where his ankle broke and like the bone was sticking out.
But I was kind of enjoying it.
But you were like in a very sadistic way thinking it was cool.
So that's what they had me do. And at one point in this scene, they shot it a couple of times. And then I don't know if you know this, but the BG tends to get really friendly with the fucking stunt people. And they always talk about how they want to be involved in stunts. It's just kind of,
well,
I don't want to be that guy, but it's kind of the reason why we don't really engage too much.
Let's hit pause on this just for the listeners who may not be in the industry. Like, so in order to get, let's just say in the union, you need to do 3 union jobs.
Yes. And you need 3 vouchers.
Yes. And usually most people take the route of getting 3 union background jobs and then you'll become eligible to join the union. So if like I did it to get, I worked on Gotham. I got a voucher.
Me too. We both got it the same way. Norm gave us our vouchers.
So,
or me, at least he got me my 3.
You'll work your way up to get in there that way. So you have like sort of background. There's different categories, right? There's the people who want to be actors and stunt performers and
when you get hired, just cutting off real quick, those contracts, they'll bring you on a special ability background.
Yeah, that's because we're doing a little more than
because you're doing a little bit more and it's kind of like being like new stunt guy. We'll get the special ability background contract.
Like, the stunt coordinators, if they know that you're non-union, they'll test you out. They'll, they'll maybe, like if it's a boxing scene and they need somebody hitting the bag or doing some sparring in the background, they might hire you on a special ability contract to kind of see how you handle yourself on set. So basically you'll have a certain category of people that are aspiring to be further on in the industry beyond background. Then you've got like sort of the retirees or the people that are just making a little extra money and getting to be in a cool place while they're watching movies. And then you've got this subset of crazy people. I'm just going to say it.
That literally make a fucking living by working background. And they get paid like $85 to $100, barely $200 a day. If you go out of your way to make a living that way, I'm sorry, you got to have a fucking screw loose.
Listen, I don't want to slander all of background people, but I've met some really cool background people. But to your point, I have been stalked. There was a background guy who stalked me. He would show up on different sets because he wanted to be a stunt guy. And he would just be like a hawk. And it'd have to be like, listen, dude, I appreciate your hustle, but like I'm legit at work right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, let's talk later.
So this guy is, he's sitting there and they're all talking about how they're fucking, whatever. And I just nod and smile. And so they shoot the scene again. Guy pulls a knife out. The BG guy behind me, total off script. No one told him to do this. He just goes, he's got a knife. We all just went with it. They yelled cut. And then the key PA comes over. This was the funniest thing ever. And in my head, I was just like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, oh, I thought they needed that and blah, blah, blah. And I literally just was nodded. I was like, you do you, man. I was like, whatever.
You're like, hands off.
I'm like, whatever, man. So the key PA comes over and he was like, oh man, he's like, thanks guys. He's like, oh, by the way, he's like, in a very enthusiastic way.
He tricked the person.
He totally fucking tricked this guy. He goes in a totally enthusiastic way.
Because he wanted to find out who yelled it.
He wanted to find out who yelled it. And he's like, he's like, by the way, he's like, who yelled, he's got a knife. And the guy was like, I did. And he's like, don't ever fucking do that again. And the guy looks and he goes, but I told the stunt guy I did it. And I was like,
you're like,
what the fuck, dude? I'm like, I don't. And literally the PA looks at me and goes, you're fine, dude. He goes, don't worry about it. And escorted the guy off set.
Yeah.
Like literally escorted, and that's it. He was sent home.
Yeah.
So that was like the first little incident of that day. So then later on, they move on to another part of that scene, where the kidnapper is now on top of the girl and he's smacking her in the face. And the way they're getting this shot is like at his hips from the ground, and he has her in full mount.
Right. It's
So
a low angle looking.
The low angle shot. So the way he needs to get this shot is to basically drag his hand almost across the ground and then bring it up across her face.
Mm-hmm.
So he is crossing the plane of where we would say, don't do that, because if they feel unsafe, you may get in a little trouble.
Or if the actor moves one little bit, you might hit them by accident or something.
Okay. But the whole thing was rehearsed and it was talked about. So that's what they were doing. She was okay with it. They were okay with it. So every time, he must have done this smack 10, 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
And the stunt coordinator is behind him just saying again during the struggle to get the smack in. And they're just trying to get it naturally and organic. And then at one point, you just hear, and you hear a clip of just, you can't like, but that, I don't know if you can hear that in the microphone, but
bam,
not even that loud, just a small little snap, like a knuckle cracking. And you see the stunt coordinator put his head down and put his hands to his head. And we were all just like, we just watched a stunt guy smack the number 2 in the fucking face and lose his career. That's what we all thought.
We were like, oh, this is not going to be good.
And they kept going. So then afterwards, they both stop and turn around like nothing had fucking happened. And the whole crew's just like,
yeah.
In her struggle, she brought her hand up across her face. And you know how like in high school when you would fake smack someone and they put their hand up and you smack their hand? That's exactly what happened.
So he went palm to palm on her and it sounded like
and they were the only 2 that knew it until the scene finished.
Oh my God.
And then when they found it, like the entire crew, we all just laughed. And like when we told, I want to keep bringing his name up, but when we told the stunt guy what had happened, he was laughing his ass off. He was like, oh my God. He was like, we were in it. He's like, we were loving it. He's like, dude, we thought you lost your job. We thought you watched you lose your job.
It sounds like it was almost like an unintentional theater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they hit their
they
hit their chest or something.
Yeah.
Like where you hide the
entire crew bought it because of how just lined up and stacked it was.
Dude, this reminds me of another story I wasn't going to talk about, but you're kind of involved in this story.
Ah, okay.
So, but I don't want to interrupt.
I'm like, is it one of the ones when I punched you in the face?
No. But it's kind of about background people in fight scenes.
Well, I mean, the last of the story is funny because it comes up with me getting injured and hiding it, and then also John got injured and hid it.
Oh yeah.
So I talked about it in the last episode, so I'm not going to go too crazy. But basically, I told the stunt coordinator Eric Linden I would go into his truck and grab some ratchets for him. So I run over his truck, I grab the ratchets, and I jump out of the back. And when I jump out of the back of his truck, I blow my fucking knee out.
Yeah.
And I basically was
I should say you re-injured.
I re-injured it. So in my head, I'm like, I can't let anybody know because I can't let production take care of a re-injury. That's not right. So that was my main goal in not hiding it. That and the fact that I just didn't want anybody to know I got hurt.
You don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. So you jump out of the truck and your knee buckles.
Oh, so I jump out of the truck, my knee buckles, and I completely hide it. But so I'm going through. So then John goes and comes back and he goes and he does his scene. And then, I hide that and I do my scene. And then he and I are talking. And then totally at the end of the day, we're done with rap. Again, I had worked as security for a year. So he and I started bullshitting afterwards.
Sure.
So he's like, dude, I fucked my hand up. And I'm like, bro, I fucked my knee up. He tore the tendon
he did
in his hand when he grabbed the bottle from me.
Yeah.
And smashed it. Something happened in that. And then what was crazy was I think what re-injured it is if you watch, there is a scene later on when the kidnapper who was smacking the girl across the face is slamming John's hand to get a knife out of the bar. And I think that also aggravated it.
Yeah.
But it was funny that at the end of the day, he just looks at me and he goes, man, you're fucking bad luck.
Dude, the day that I worked on Punisher, they went through two stunt doubles for him on that stairwell scene. Yeah. It's
Cox, right?
Yeah. Huh?
What's his last name is Cox, right?
I was about
to
say
no. Yes, I know his last name.
Jefferson.
Jefferson Cox. That's right.
But I was going to say Charlie. I'm like, no, wrong Marvel
show.
No,
wrong Marvel show.
But yeah. So shit happens like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But your story reminded me of, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna know in a minute. So I'm doubling Eddie Marson on Ray Donovan, and we're doing these underground Fight Club scenes, right? You know what I'm talking about now, right? Yeah, of course. So these are like, and it's underground Fight Club, and Eddie Marson is fighting Tim Lasik. We actually covered this fight with in season 1 with Dr. Haim, episode 5, I think. And so if you want to go back and like actually see how we did this fight, you can. But we didn't tell this story on that episode. So we shoot the fight, and you'll see in the video there's some B-roll footage in there where there's tons of, we had like 50 background people because they're fighting in this crowd, right? A crowd is circled around them. And when I was working on the show, I subscribed to all these hashtags on Instagram, like hashtag Ray Donovan, just so I could follow what people were saying about the show. One day I'm going through my thing and I get a notification. Oh, and so one of the background guys, and this was before everything aired. This is while we were still shooting the show. One of the background guys that was in the crowd in the Fight Club posted pictures on Instagram of the fucking fight.
I love the story.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? So, you know me. Some people, okay, I do chew people out sometimes. Like, I have that. But I took a different approach. I sent them a private message. I said, hey, man, those are some great shots.
Polite advice.
Very polite. I was
polite
like,
advice.
Hey, great shots.
I was the one who lost it in this one.
Well, because let me finish the story. People will know why I couldn't finish. But so I sent him a message like, hey, man, like really good pictures. We didn't meet, but I was Eddie Marson's stunt double on that day. And it's really important that you don't share these pictures now. And I even said, I appreciate the excitement of being part of such a cool thing. Like, save those pictures for when the show airs and then post them after and say, hey, I was at that. That was freaking awesome. So I give him this advice. I said, hey, please, if you wouldn't mind, take them down, save them for later, blah, blah. The fucker blocked me. He fucking blocks me, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, oh, yeah, you're going to block me? Well, fuck you. I spoke to the second AD. This is the guy. This guy, and I sent the link to the Instagram. This guy just posted fucking pictures from the show and blocked me when I asked him to take him down. And I was really nice and blah, blah, blah. And I also contacted Central Casting, who had got the background people. And I sent them the Instagram. I said, this guy posted the pictures, and then when I tried to be nice about it, fucking blocked me. And then I told you about it.
And I was working content security for Marvel.
Yes, you were working security at the time.
Which was basically my job was to make sure nothing got out.
Yep.
That was my job. Collecting the sides, making sure no one was taking pictures.
So you know everybody in that.
So I knew everyone who was important in
that
business. So literally, so you go and you tell me, and I fucking reach out to this guy.
I know you messaged him.
I messaged him, and I'm like, listen, fuckface. You don't know what you just fucking did or who you just told to go fuck himself. I was like, I am going.
He didn't even tell me to go fuck myself. He just blocked me.
I was like, you don't understand what you just did. I was like, this is what I do. I was like, and this is what I am going to do to you. I am going to put your name and your picture, and I'm going to send it out to Marvel.
Yo, DNH, bro.
I was like, that you violate your NDA, that you fucking. I was like, done. I was like, everywhere I go, and he's like, oh my god, blah blah blah, and I was like, block.
For those listening, DNH means do not hire.
Do not hire. I was like, block. I sent his everywhere. I don't know if the guy if he got work again.
I don't know if he ever worked again or not, or got a slap on the wrist, or nobody gave a shit.
And all he had to do was just been like, oh shit, I didn't realize, my bad, and take it down.
Dude, all he had to do that was with me. It was like,
that's what I mean with you.
Yeah. And then you know what? If he had done that, then when the show aired, I would have gave him a shout out, like I always do. I've been like, yo, this dude got some good pics from the night. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah. I had one. I had a day like that. Like I had a pic of me and Finn, right? I got my Iron Fist tattoo.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of Finn trying to tear the
Finn Jones.
Finn Jones, by the way, it was Iron Fist. I got a picture of Finn trying to tear my Iron Fist tattoo off my arm. And I made a comment, been like, dude, I don't know what happened. This guy got fucking started yelling at me about me killing his dragon and tried to rip my tattoo off my arm. And I posted it, but it was like, there was nothing. Like, it was nothing.
He was in Game of Thrones for those.
And he was in Game of Thrones, but it was also while they were filming Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, and literally my boss is like, "What's your fucking job, dude?" And I'm like, he's like, "What's your fucking job, dude?" And I'm like, he's like, "Take the fucking picture down."
Well, the best picture that you never put up
is the one of
Charlie Cox in Daredevil garb, who's supposed to be blind, looking at his cell phone.
So yeah, so on Defenders, and I had him sign it. So on Defenders, I have a photo when we were working. We were shooting in the garage on 42nd Street, and Charlie is offset in full Daredevil costume, cowl on, and everything, looking at his iPhone. And I took a picture of it, and then I sent it around to everybody because I could. But on the bottom of it, I Braille Phone 6. That's how long ago it
Braille
was.
Phone 6.
Braille Phone 6 was how long ago it was. But then on Wrap Day, I took the picture and I had it like printed at fucking CVS.
Yeah.
And I brought it to Charlie and he signed it for me.
That's cool. Dude, so these are all kind of like fun, like what would you call them? Like fun fuck-ups.
Yes, for sure. These are fun fuck-ups.
So our final story, which is a bit more of a cautionary tale about passion projects and who you decide to start. You know, if somebody says, "Hey man, you want to work on a thing and it's my passion project," or like whatever, and the part of you that wants to help someone make their art, and then the other part of you is like, "Oh, this could be a disaster." Well, this is one of those disasters. So we have, Paul and I have a friend who shall remain nameless, or former friend, who wrote this short film that I guess was going to be a proof of concept for something.
Yes.
And it was a SAG short. It was a union short.
And, which is unfucking believable.
Yeah, no. I mean, in the beginning, it all sounded great. He's like going to do a union short. He's going through the right steps. And it was like an assassin story. The Cliff Notes version, without giving away too much, is like basically there was a staff member who worked in an important politician's place, and they were also sort of like a Secret Service type agent to protect, you know what I mean? But they also had a double job of something else. You know, like it'd be like if you were it'd be like Under Siege. Like you're the cook, but you're also like a Secret Service guy. So Paul and I were fight coordinating it. I was gonna play an assassin. There's another very well-known character actor that we know that was gonna be in the, like, super legit guy who was gonna be in the short just because he was friends.
To the point of where I was like, how the fuck
did you get this guy?
How the fuck did you get him?
Like, yeah. So it all seemed good. And so, gosh, where do we start? Oh, and then so our friend wrote it and was directing it, but because he was in it, he was really leaning on the DP to co-direct. And this guy was a very successful sort of video content creator, magazine style shows, and he actually got if you read his bio, it says he's an Emmy award winning filmmaker, which is not wrong, but it's the local New York, like a New York local, like it was like the lowest level Emmy you can get. But he didn't say I got an Emmy for video creations in New York. You know, it makes it sound like he was the DP on.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
On
like
fucking
you want,
House
like
of Cards,
it makes it sound like he won a fucking Emmy.
Yeah. So we choreographed this fight. We do all this stuff, and then where did it start falling apart? I think it was like
when we kind of. I mean, anytime he decided to have an opinion.
Well, no, the first couple of days, the first day of the shoot, it was
like on set.
No, but the first day went well. The day that you were on set for the fight scene did not go well.
No,
the day that we shot the scene with our friend, the actor, and we used my friend lent his physical therapy practice to double as a doctor's office.
Yes.
That went okay, except for that the DP was fucking like hours late. And we're all just sitting around, and it was hours late. And I was like, that's the first sign that this is not
Gonna go well.
Like 2 hours late. You know what I mean? And then once he got there, like we shot well, everything went kind of well. Done. Then we have to shoot this fight scene, right? Which is, the location was in an apartment. This guy's like sort of a 1-bedroom apartment. The guy was a porn camera op.
Yeah, and he rented his place out to shoot porn.
And a fight scene.
Yeah,
so we were not shooting the porn, by the way.
Right.
So, and this guy that he would like brag about all these porn stars that he knows. And I was like, who the fuck cares, dude? Like, I don't give a fuck. So we're in his apartment. We dressed the set for this fight scene. You were there. And then, remember, what was it that he had beef with the landlord over something?
Like noise or some, I don't know what it was.
Noise.
Downstairs complaining,
yeah, like the people
whatever.
Downstairs. So why, if that was the issue, if you were in a
why would you rent your place out for a fucking fight scene?
Exactly. So we start shooting the fight scene, and then he's like, it's too noisy.
And this is like neurotic style freaking out.
Yeah, he was legit freaking out.
Like, this is not like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. And this is neurotic style freaking out. And don't forget, it's not like he's the guy who just we're renting the apartment from and didn't realize he's working on the film with us.
No. It's not. He's not working on the film.
No. The one who's oh, sorry, that's right.
He is a camera op, but he wasn't working.
But he wasn't working on.
He wasn't working on the film, but
yeah,
it kind of seemed like it was, because he was like, there all the time, complaining and whining and talking about camera shit. But I mean, like, I don't care about what camera helps you get for the close shot of the.
I don't care, dude. I really don't care.
We're shooting this really great DP right now, so I'm gonna switch to this lens.
Like, no,
like fuck,
no, don't.
But
care.
Anyway, and he was so. Do you remember? He was not. I think the listeners right now are thinking that this dude was like some macho guy. No, this guy was 100% not straight. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want to offend anybody with any descriptions. Let's just say he was not like the macho man who would be into shooting porn because he was into it.
Right.
Yeah. We shoot this fight scene. We're shooting it. He's complaining about the noise. And then finally he's like, kicks us out. In the middle of the scene, he kicks us out. You guys we can't. So we get kicked out of the location. And then we go to, I forget where it was, where like we go to some warehouse in Brooklyn or some loft or something. And we're sitting around waiting to reshoot this fight scene in some other place that he managed to, that the DP co-director managed, the Emmy-winning guy managed to scrounge up.
And our buddy,
yes,
legit buddy, is still with us.
He's with us the whole time.
He's still with us the whole time.
And he's the captain
and
of the ship.
We're not bringing this up because he was asked to not be involved in this in any way, shape, or form at some point, I believe.
Say that again?
Didn't he say that he's like, I don't?
No, he's the one. Well, we'll get to that. I think I know what you're talking about.
More to come.
But so the thing that we were bitching about with this person on set that day was that he wasn't putting his foot down as the leader of this operation that was spiraling out of control.
Yes.
Like, he had no leadership ability.
No,
whatsoever.
none at all.
So we end up in this loft where we're going to reshoot the fight scene in a new apartment. The DP never shows up for whatever reason. We end up not shooting the fight scene at all that day. It was an entirely wasted day. I remember you and I were like, how the fuck do we get out of this? This is just a disaster. And how we got out of it was our friend contacts us at like some point after that.
Right.
And says, I lost my backpack with all your SAG, with everybody's SAG paperwork in it.
Mm-hmm.
All our contracts, all our start paperwork, which for those in the industry know that it includes our social security numbers, our passport stuff, all that information. He lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then our seasoned actor that we couldn't believe was working on this quit. He's like, screw this. This is a shit show.
Yep. He's like, fuck you guys.
And he quit.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after, we quit. And then we thought it was over.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no. It's not over because years later, I get a ping on my IMDb. I'm checking my IMDb and there's a new credit. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I had a conversation with the DP because he wanted to use what footage we had and create some kind of music video or something with it. And I was like, no, that was all shot for a SAG production that collapsed on a SAG contract. You cannot repurpose that footage for some other passion project of yours, for some fucking music video or whatever. And we had a big argument about it, and then it kind of like disappeared for a while. And then literally like 2 years ago or a year ago, it comes up on my IMDb, a credit for this music video. And it's fucking out there. Dude, it's fucking out there. He repurposed all the footage for this. And it's on YouTube and it's on, like, so I filed a claim and like a copyright infringement. Mm-hmm. Like the thing is like when you report a video, there's not really a thing for like a contract violation.
Right.
It's just like copyright infringement, scam, forgery, like, there's all these things like, but nothing that fit. So I kept trying to find a way to describe. So anyway, my claims to YouTube failed. And then I did the same thing with IMDb. I reported it. I was like, this is a violation of a contract. Like, this is repurposed footage that he's not allowed to reuse because it's not for the production that it was originally shot for. And then they didn't overturn it. So it's just out there. Mm-hmm. And wow. Dude, there's the shittiest of fucking the shittiest productions.
Yeah. I think we got time for one more. So I'll this
Do
is
we?
But this is a fun one.
Let me just put a button on this and say, be very careful who you get involved with on these indie projects.
You have to be business objective. You have to be objective over the people you work with. You can work with your best fucking friend, but know that your best fucking friend is a jerk off in business. That's okay.
Why did I say yes to doing this podcast?
I mean, no. First of all, I said yes to you, fuckhead.
That's true. I asked you to do this.
You asked me, and the first thing I was like, "Are you fucking sure?"
No, you said you want to spend more time.
You want to spend more fucking time with me? Like, what the fuck, dude?
All right, so one more story. You got a story that
but I was walking on this one, and I wouldn't say it was a shit show, but it was like a what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was, and I'll say the show. So I'm going out, and I got called out to go to Virginia to work on The Walking Dead and be a zombie. Right? Fucking the greatest, most awesome experience of my life, and this fuck up included another day of the greatest, most awesome experience of my life because this happened.
Right.
So I go there, I show up. My first time ever being in a makeup chair, right? And I'm in it for like 4.5 hours. And you know me, I love makeup. I love all that shit. So I loved every fucking second of it. The makeup people loved that I loved being in the chair, and I was cool with it. We shoot the whole entire day. I had to walk into the Jamestown River in Virginia and fall face first. And then they had a drone shooting over the top, and I was getting put. It was fucking awesome. So I did the whole day. Everything was great. Getting sent home.
Oh, I remember this story.
So I was like, okay, everybody was happy. And then I'm sitting in my hotel room. I'm packing up all my shit, and I get a phone call. And they're like, hey. They're like, we need you to stay. And I was like, fuck, okay. And they're like, we can't find that. They just lost the drone footage. So they had to pay me to stay and
all the people that were
all of the people to literally shoot a drone shot.
Yep.
Like it took 15 minutes.
Yep.
To shoot. Not to set up, not to do everything, because, again, you're setting up a drone shot. You got a bunch of zombies walking after a fucking boat. The actors are getting in the boat and jumping in the boat and all going out, and they lost. So I don't know what happened. They lost all the footage.
Right, the time it took to get everybody back and to reapply all the makeup and all that stuff for like a 10 or 15
It was the whole next day. The
Yeah.
whole next day was the beginning of it was just now dedicated to re-get that drone shot.
Yeah.
And what was crazy was that when I watched the episode, it's the final shot. I mean, it's a really nice, it's a cool shot. You get to see me falling in the river, and then the drone pulls out, and the boat goes away. But like, like an SD card, a memory card. How do you? They just gone.
Forgot to hit the on-off button, dude.
And how expensive was that?
Oh yeah.
Like, how expensive was that?
Yeah. That they wouldn't cut it. That it was that important.
$250,000 maybe.
Yeah, that they didn't cut it. Yeah.
Right. That they just didn't even cut it. Oh man, wow, that was good. So that's like my holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for me, it was great because
I'm saying that's a happy accident.
It was a happy accident. I love the accident.
Yeah, so, yeah, totally.
But I'm sure I was the only person who was really happy about it.
No, everybody else was probably like,
well, all the other stunt people were happy.
Who's the fucking drone operator?
I mean, who knows what it could have been though? Because like the drone operator could have been, but it could have been the person that was getting the feed and recording it.
I don't.
Who the fuck knows? Who knows the trickle down theory of where the blame landed?
Yep.
But fuck,
that
sucked to be that guy.
Yeah, but you got another day's work.
I did, and I loved every second.
That's
of it.
cool.
I don't know. Have you ever been in the makeup chair for a while?
Yeah, I was in there for about 4 hours
for Ray, right?
For Ray Donovan.
For Ray Donovan, I love being in the makeup chair, man.
I love it, especially like because we've talked about it before. I think where the makeup trailer is really the hub of all the information and the gossip and the they know.
Also very true.
They know everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're on set and you're not sure really they know everything.
FX and makeup. Yep.
Yeah, and wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about it. You show up to wardrobe and they know what you're doing before you know what you're doing. We love the HMU people. They're awesome.
They're my favorites.
Yeah. They're very, very I honestly don't think I've sat in a HMU chair with anybody, and that's hair makeup for the people listening. HMU is hair makeup. I've always had a great time.
Oh, even when I was COVID, like even my staff, I'm like, don't fuck with HMU. Man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
cool.
Be nice to them.
So I think we're about the end of our stories, right?
We are. I mean, that was. I
mean, I have more, but I feel like I should save them for future.
I feel
stuff.
like, I mean,
but let's.
I have the whole fucking Bollywood shoot.
Save that.
I mean, no. I mean, we've already talked about it, but there's so much more that happened on that set. I mean,
I know.
Holy shit.
Well, I have the Nosferatu shoot.
That's hilarious.
Which is also funny.
That's my favorite.
But if you, all right, so here's the deal. Like if you I will let's do this.
Dude, fuck it. Dude, I'm looking at the clock.
No. This is if you guys want to hear the Bollywood and the Nosferatu stories, you have to comment on this episode.
Ah, okay.
You have to ask us.
Say please.
Say please. And we will tell the Nosferatu and the Bollywood stories.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But we're not going to give it away. Or you know what we should do? We should record. Maybe we could tell them, but only for the Patreon members.
Oh.
We'll talk after.
That'll work. Now we're just going to find out if people care.
Nobody cares. Cool. Yo, man. Great episode. I love telling these stories, sharing stories.
Right?
Yo, and if you out there listening have a good story of your own, tell us. Send us an email with a cool set story.
Oh, well, oh my God, we would totally. We
will read it.
Read it. You know what? If it's good enough, story, we'll do a short little clip, and we'll do a mini episode.
If you send us a video, 3 minutes or less, telling a funny set story, we might just drop it into one of our episodes.
Oh yes.
How's that?
I like that.
Yeah. Send us a video, not vertical, please. Horizontal. Put your fucking phone horizontal, okay? And tell us, you have 3 minutes to tell us a funny set story.
And, or an shit set story.
Or, a good set story.
Yeah.
Don't give us like, well, I was in my trailer eating crafty
No,
for 8
no
hours.
gossip, not gossip.
No, not gossip.
Like not
funny,
gossip, not
like
shit talk. Like a good
like
set
a
story.
good story.
Yeah.
Like a good story. 3 minutes or less, and we'll put it in the show. Here you go. Here's a challenge.
I like it.
All right, cool. Until next time, Paul.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Later, dude. Film Fights with Friends is produced by Stephen Koepfer, Paul Varacchi, Press Record Studios, and Breakfall Studios. This episode was engineered by Richard Butler. This show is powered by our supporters at Patreon and is a registered trademark of Film Fights with Friends, LLC. Original theme by Ahrue Luster.